might just be right. I know you want to do it too. So bring your courage, there's no rules. Don't be scared, just trust me. Take my hand and you in and out. Get ready to smile. Just enjoy, take my advice. You say that you love it and you're okay.
Hi friends, my name is Shaz and this is Shazness Wellness. So today's video is gonna be all about meal prepping. I'm sorry if there's an echo, I'm in the gym and I thought I would just post-workout, stretch, and chat with you. So for those who don't know, I suffer with candida and leaky gut and irritable bowel syndrome and PCOS. So I like to say I follow a paleo-based diet. I believe in whole foods, so most of my foods will come from vegetables, organic meats, nuts and seeds, little bits of fruits, and then some grains. So I did a candida cleanse and I helped relieve a lot of my symptoms. So now I'm at a point where I can actually handle carbs, which is amazing. And I know a lot of my candida followers feel this sense of like, will I ever be able to eat carbs again? And I really think yes, you can. It takes time. The thing to remember about candida is that it takes years to get candida and it also takes years to clear it out. So just keep that in mind. So at this point in my life, I am eating things like brown rice and I'm eating things like sweet potato and squash. When I was candida cleansing, I wasn't. So in terms of my meal prepping, I think I have like 3 main categories, which are proteins, starchy carbs, and grains. Those are the 3 things I meal prep the most. So today is a Sunday. It is also Easter long weekend. So it's been awesome. I've been able to have more time to just like work out and clear my mind. Trying to find a place to live has been so stressful and exercising always just puts me in a better mood. So I will show you today everything I meal prepped for Brandon and I for the week. And just so you understand, he is also gluten-free and dairy-free, not because I forced him to be, well, kind of, but he actually has an ulcer and he has irritable bowel syndrome as well. So it's just better for our lifestyle to be gluten-free, dairy-free. He eats a lot more carbs than I do and he eats a lot of sugar. I actually am sugar-free. So I'm gonna get showered and then get cooking. Showered and ready to meal prep. It is Sunday and I'm getting ready to make all the food for the week for Brandon and I. Like I mentioned, we are both dairy-free and gluten-free. We eat different macronutrients and the meal prepping for both is quite similar. So the first category that is really important to meal prep for is protein. So I buy, hold on. organic, non-hormonal meats from JW Foods. I have a vlog on me going there and showing like what exactly I buy, but they're pretty much chicken tenders. This is lemon and herb. They're in like little strips, and I literally just put it on like a pan. I bake it for about 30 minutes, and Brandon and I typically eat chicken for lunch every day. I'm not gonna lie. We don't really change up our protein for lunch. I think for dinner we eat something different. So whether we eat beef or lamb or fish or pork, it just depends. We like to switch up our proteins for dinner, but we're both not big egg people. I'm intolerant to eggs and he's not big on having eggs as protein. We both eat chicken for lunch. That's pretty much the bottom line. And it's the easiest to prep. I literally just throw these chicken tenders on this pan and I bake them. It probably makes enough chicken for like 3-4 days for both of us. So I just do like, I pretty much do 2 meal preps, but the biggest one is definitely on Sunday. I'll make as much protein as I can. Prepping 1 big protein a week. If you're vegetarian or vegan, prepping your legumes are really important. Maybe boiling like a lot of eggs for breakfast or for lunches in your salads. Like I said, we're chicken people, so we make a lot of chicken. So I'll shove this in the oven. And if you're looking for easy proteins, I find it's best to buy organic and freeze them. That way you have the flexibility, you don't have to worry about them going bad. My favorite things to buy for us are definitely the chicken. Like I said, we eat that every lunch. But we also really enjoy the PC brand, the non-hormonal, raised without the use of antibiotics and hormones. These burgers are super fast for dinner. Throw them on a pan, takes like 20 minutes. I make burger salads. Brandon will have gluten-free buns and we'll eat it like that. I also buy frozen salmon, or fish. Where is it? So here's some organic catfish. Again, buy this at JW Foods. What is this? I don't know what this is, but fish and salmon's in here somewhere. But realistically, if you can buy frozen, it's easy to do. Make your proteins in 1 batch. If you like it fresh, again, burgers are really easy. Fish is really easy. Whip it up. The second really important category to food prep for are your starch vegetables. Because we're gluten-free, dairy-free, the biggest thing for us are yams or sweet potatoes. I buy probably 10 sweet potatoes per week. Brandon will probably have 1 sweet potato every lunch. I have them every so often. I kind of am an intuitive eater. I eat based on my cravings. All I do is wash them and poke little holes in them and bake them at 400 degrees for about an hour. I don't really prep white potatoes. I think they're better fresh, and it's something I usually make for Brandon for dinners. Beets are another good one to prep. They're annoying to do, so like peeling them and boiling them or baking them are probably your best options, but they keep really well for a long time. So these are our main starches: sweet potatoes, and beets. I don't really eat white potatoes. I try to stay away from them. Another thing is squashes. So I made a squash a couple days ago. I just baked it and I chopped it up, so it's just like in here. Again, it lasts really long. Like if you cook a whole squash, like a butternut squash, it'll probably last like 4 or 5 days in the fridge. So you can do that and prep your starchy vegetables that way. Okay, the last category is grains. Again, gluten-free, dairy-free. Our main grains are rice. Pretty much rice. We are rice lovers. I like to have brown basmati rice. It's just a little bit lower on the glycemic index, lower in sugar. We have a rice cooker. Makes it super easy. Here's the rice cooker. Whoop. So I pretty much make 1 batch of rice for the week. I don't eat very much rice. Brandon will probably eat rice every lunch. His typical lunch is like chicken, sweet potato, and rice. It switches up every so often, but that's something he likes. It's very simple, and it has everything he needs in a meal. For me, like I said, I like to have more salads, more vegetables, more non-starchy vegetables, but rice is the biggest thing that we prep for the week. If we have quinoa, it's once in a while for dinners if I make it. The other grain that I would eat is oatmeal, but if I make oatmeal, I like it fresh or overnight oats, and that can maybe last a couple nights in the fridge. And that's pretty much all that I prep. It's mainly, if I can make a summary, it is chicken, the protein, maybe some protein for dinner, that's prepped, some fish, or maybe like example this week we're doing sausages, starches, mostly sweet potatoes and beets. White potatoes I don't really prep. I like to throw these little mini ones in the oven for like 40 minutes and they get really nice and crispy. And then fats, again, you don't really need to prep. It's like nuts, seeds, avocados. Buying avocados at different ripeness is really important. So I pretty much have an avocado every single day, whether for breakfast, for lunch, or for dinner, again, depending on how I feel. Nuts and seeds. And then in terms of non-starchy vegetables, that's probably where people get the most annoyed. Zucchinis are my absolute favorite. They don't need to be peeled. You just gotta wash and chop and they fry so easily. I probably, again, buy 7 zucchinis. Like, let me see what I got. Yeah, like 7 zucchinis here for the week. And the other thing that I buy is just cartons of like salad. I hate washing lettuce and chopping it. It's so annoying. So I pretty much just buy containers like this. And I eat these for lunch pretty much every day. But my biggest advice that I would give if you feel like you are you don't have much time to make meals is to just pre-wash your vegetables. So right when you go grocery shopping, come home, wash all of these that you got, and then keep them in the fridge, and then that way, when you're ready to eat them, you can just chop and go. My last tip is to buy frozen non-starchy vegetables. If you're someone that can handle broccoli and cauliflower and Brussels sprouts, they are great kept frozen. I like to buy them frozen. Again, I hate the washing and cutting process of broccoli and cauliflower. I'm annoyed by it and I'm lazy, like aren't we all? So I buy them frozen and I just fry them up in the pan. Let me see. I think I have some here. Yeah. I buy like a super cheap brand of frozen broccoli and cauliflower and then chop them up. And that's pretty much my meal prep. It's super easy for us. Like we don't have anything extravagant. We're fine eating very similar meals. The key to eating the same thing every day is your spices. Switch it up. I like to make Greek style chicken or lemon and herb style chicken, or I'll make sweet potatoes with cinnamon, or sometimes I'll make sweet potatoes with chili powder. Just switch it up, and spices are your best friend, especially just to make sure that you feel like you're having some variety in your diet. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know if any of these tips help you and your household. Share your comments below and subscribe to my channel because I make videos every Wednesday. Sending good vibes and good times. XOXO Shazness Wellness. Bye!